So if you guys haven't already seen episode 1, definitely want to go ahead and get you guys on that episode. Thank you so much already. And go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. Any ideas?
We got a whole bunch of new content for y'all. We going to get real deep, especially starting today. So go ahead, subscribe, like, comment, do what you got to do.
Appreciate y'all. All right, so episode 2, let's go ahead and get it cracking. So first things on the list, it is definitely looking like, as far as right now, with the meniscus tear for Zion Williams, it's going to be 6 weeks. And that's the estimation right now. That's just speculation. So I don't really know what's going on. I'm starting to be more persuaded to the fact that I think pretty much that man's going to have to lose weight. And that's just a given. I'm not saying he's got to be skinny, but he's definitely going to have significant weight loss. Is going to be needed to improve basically the fact that he's very agile, but that weight on those joints is a no-go. No-go at all. Any opinion?
I don't think he has to lose weight necessarily. I think he has to add to his game in order to support his frame and his body, and also to protect his body.
Yeah.
Because when you're out here just slashing, running, jumping all the time, you're putting that pressure on your joints. But if you're just out here just shooting jump shots and being effective with the jump shots, it's going to save your legs, and also it's just going to save your legs and going to prolong your career.
True. And I think it's one of those things where it's he's so explosive. And you haven't really seen a player that explosive really, as far as a dunker, since Blake Griffin. And
we've seen it. We just haven't seen it with his size.
And that
at
power.
6'6". It's pretty short with that weight. He's right now currently ranked the second heaviest NBA player in the league.
Right. And he's a very powerful dude, but yeah, it's 6'6". Yeah, that comes into play very heavy, I think.
Yeah. So how do you feel about the Golden State Warriors right now?
So right now, of course, Steph pretty much broke his hand. At this point, they're in the toilet. And it's one of those things where it's I guess because, honestly, truthfully speaking, it's in a perfect world, if Klay could come back on time, if we still had Iggy, if we still had Livingston, we will be in a perfect scenario. And it's kind of one of those things where it's as a basketball fan, I've kind of matured into not really just per se having one team, but I like the guys. I support anybody that's grinding and hustling on the court. So it's one of those things where it's how I'm looking at it right now, Golden State has probably a 0.5% chance of making it to the playoffs, but they have so much space and gaps where injuries right now. I'm pretty sure they're probably going to lose too many games, honestly.
Yeah. I feel this is a great opportunity for D'Angelo Russell to shine, even though they're not really going to be winning a lot of games. I just feel it's going to help him if the Warriors do decide to flip him to get a better piece.
Yeah.
But I just feel right now it's the best option because the way they're going to have to run it through him, because he's honestly their only offensive option. And in Brooklyn, when again Karis LeVert went down, he was really the main dude. But when he went down, the style of play that they played in Brooklyn elevated D'Angelo Russell to being an all-star. I feel Steve Kerr is going to have to get in his bag and just be all right, D'Lo, we going to have you. We going to have Draymond.
Right. Draymond's going to have to step up.
And Draymond is going to have to knock them shots down.
And it's crazy because, Miami.
Kendrick Nunn.
Dude went undrafted, y'all. And, I'm talking about, it's one of those things where it's dang, y'all really missed the opportunity to have this dude. Dude was putting up 20 points.
He put up 28 the other night.
How do y'all miss out on this dude? And it's now it's the Beatles broke up. You know what I'm saying? So it's I don't really know who was the Yoko in that situation, but it's kind of we had a good thing going, and now it's all at a complete stop.
I just feel just speaking on that, I feel because I heard it somewhere, the Warriors has honestly been dropping the ball. You let go of Iggy. You let go of Iggy because I mean he's speaking out, but he's just speaking his truth.
He's an important dude at the end of the day.
You let this whole beef with like Kevin Durant and Draymond just play out. Like, granted, you're trying to win championships, but it's like when they won that first championship, Bob Myers even made a whole joke talking about how KD was like just riding the bandwagon for a championship.
Facts.
And I'm not gonna lie, with me, like that wouldn't sit well with me either. It's like honestly, at the end of the day, like you one of my employers and you telling me like I ain't.
And it's like I think what kind of perplexes me the most is like when you look back at like LeBron when he went to Miami, and it's like, you know, that was the very first super team, but now you condemn everybody else. It's like put, you know, that team, all those accolades, that was a lot of key players on that team. So don't like come at, you know, KD on the whole like, oh, that's weak, you know, how Stephen A. Like I respect Stephen A., but that's kind of messed up.
The only reason why he's saying for that point, and he just like clarified it on the boardroom. I need to check it out.
Yep, definitely.
He was saying the reason why he said that was the weakest move for a superstar is because he's saying that Kevin Durant is so great. At the time, he's top 2 to Stephen A's number 1 in the world right now. If he was on the court, he was just saying that you're so great that you shouldn't have to join a 73, 73-8 or 73 whatever.
Like 73-2 or something.
Yeah, something like that. Team who has the best record of all time. You shouldn't have to join them in order to get your first ring.
And that's why I feel like when it comes down to it, Kawhi Leonard has placed himself at the greatest player in the league right now. Because this man went to die in Toronto. And shout out to my cousin. But at the end of the day, that man won a ring for the Toronto Raptors.
He did.
And you know what I mean?
It's
who thought it?
I'm putting a little star beside it because not everybody's healthy, but he still did it. I mean, the team, Toronto, did show up, so it wasn't like it was just him, but he did kind of carry them. I mean, I'm sorry to say it, but
to carry, basically what I mean is like a, you know, team full of not even a 6-man, you know, like
it was just
Kyle Lowry, like, come on, man.
He's inconsistent. Like, honestly, like, they're a good team. Like, they've always been a good team, but when LeBron was in the East, LeBron would just wax him every year. And it's one of those things, it's like, it's that mentality. And, like, Kawhi brought a different mentality. And, I mean, even when he sat out, they were still winning games. But it's like when it came to the playoffs, you need to give somebody the ball. And Kawhi has turned, I'm not going to lie, Kawhi has turned into the guy. Like, he's the guy. I mean, I still think LeBron is better than him, in my opinion. And I believe he's going to show it. But LeBron has nothing on him defensively. Like, I'm sorry. And he has nothing on him defensively.
I'm going to put it like this. There are always eras of the game. I don't ever say there's a GOAT because of all time. It just sounds a little too much.
Yeah.
Everybody has their own era, whether it's Dr. J.
And everybody has the same argument. It's all about the rings. If it was about the rings, Bill Russell's the GOAT. I mean, he has 11. Nobody's touching that. And
it's kind of one of those things where, if LeBron James can come back and, be that classic LeBron that we know, I have no worries for LA. But what I do worry is that, maybe he's aged to that point to where we can't really visibly see it. But, I mean, LeBron is one of the older guys in the league. I mean, not saying Vince Carter ain't doing his thing, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it's kind of like, LeBron came into the league kind of on the same scale as Zion. He started off more explosive and has learned how to get a jumper and, shoot threes and stuff like that. So, him playing beyond the arc, I think would be really in his best interest to stay healthy.
The same thing with Zion. Like, you have to expand your game because it's one of those things like it's gonna also save energy in the game.
Exactly.
Where it's like you're not moving, you just catch, shoot. It don't take that much energy just to jump and shoot a jump shot.
Exactly. So basically on celebrity drama for the past 2 weeks, I know you guys have been hearing about April and Fizz. If not, you might have to skip over this section, but I feel like it's juicy. So anyways, into that tea. So basically what happened was, if y'all watch Love and Hip Hop, Hollywood, so of course, if you're familiar with the band B2K, I guess Fizz kind of had a little animosity because Omarion, left the group to be solo, which, I mean, it was, Icebox, come on now. But on the retrospect, his baby mom's, April, who's also on the show, apparently Omarion's mom never liked her. Always got bad vibes from the girl, you know what I'm saying? And then to make it so bad, she's got 2 kids by Omarion. And now April and Fizz are dating. So it's kind of like no bro code. He's claiming, oh, we were never friends. I just saw this video actually on YouTube last night. And it was basically a clip of this girl asking her what did Fizz cherish the most about the reunion tour, the Millennium Tour. And he was like, yeah, like the thing that I cherish the most is the fact that me and O got back cool, but y'all was never friends. So now it's like bro code, and now you're like uncle, cousin, brother to these kids. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's goofy, dude. Like, that's goofy. But not like, I want to know your perspective. Like, what do you really think? Like, as far as like, that's your homie. Like, that's one of your best mans. And now he's smashing your baby mom.
I just feel like, I mean, that's just honestly being a snake. It's like, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, like, I don't know, like, the whole thing, but it's like, that's just really being, like, low down. It's like, there's plenty of females in the world that you can just go and just, smash on, like, stuff like that. And it's like, especially, like, your homie, and, like, I don't care if they break up. Like, that's still your homie at the end of the day. And even though he left you and left the band, it's like, that's still your homie. Like, you can't do that to the homie, bro. Like,
yeah, I mean, at this point, I really think they're both just crying out for attention. And they're trying to get this man to fold, and Omarion is living his best life. Like, this man is exercising,
no validation,
meditating. Like, he is unbothered, like, completely unbothered. So I think it's one of the things. It's like you said. It's like once a person shows their true colors, you have to cut them off, because if you keep showing them like validation, attention, it's gonna pollute your energy, your character, your moral values. And then when you try to mess with other people, either a female or talk to a new homie or some stuff like that, like, people can feel your vibes, and not at first, but like they can start to feel your vibes. And if people are polluting your vibe, then that new person is not going to really want to mess with you. Exactly. If they're smart, because you're out here giving other people your energy, your pure energy, and you're not saving it for yourself, for the person you're meant to be with, or the person that's supposed to share that vibe with you. And I think it also goes back to the old phrase, it's like, hurt people, you know?
We're going to talk about a little bit later about
exactly
my theory. It's a whole cycle, I'm telling you. All right, so we have a little story time for y'all. This is completely real, not clickbait, anything like that. We obviously work together, and at work it's been messy. I'm not gonna lie, I've been involved with it. I feel like it's just like people just attacking me, but I'm gonna just start from the beginning, and like whenever you want to like cut me off or like say anything, just go ahead. But it all started with like one of these new coworkers we have, and he came in. He was pretty cool. We vibed, We had like the same kind of energy, so it was like, yeah, he's cool, and I feel like me personally, I can get along with almost anybody.
Right.
Unless you just don't like me at first. But we were just chilling and stuff like that, and it just got to a point where we had another new coworker who was a female, and I'm not gonna lie, like, my manager, he was like, bro, like, don't try to talk to her. And I was like, why? And he was like, just don't try. And he said like the reason why he told me that, because like he tried to describe her to me, and he was like he was like, she's your type, basically. And I'm not gonna lie, like when he said that, I was like, bro, like she finna be a baddie. Like I'm over here cleaning, sweating. I'm talking about I had armpit sweats in my like I'm talking about I was nervous, bro. And then like she comes in, and I mean, like, yeah, she's cute, but like she's not like a baddie to me. Like she's like
not your 10 out of 10.
Yeah, she's like an 8. Like she's like an 8. And so, damn, what does she watch? But like, I'm gonna just continue. But like, yeah, it's like, again, we started vibing, we started chilling, and so I'm just asking her questions, and I kind of like low-key got out of her that she had a boyfriend at the time, and I'm not gonna lie, I was like disappointed, like I didn't talk for a couple minutes.
That's why our manager was foreshadowing, like, don't try.
But like at the same time, I was like, I'm not really looking for a girlfriend at the moment. So like maybe I can be like a little side dude, or I can just hang out. I honestly didn't know what I wanted to do in my mind.
Yeah.
And honestly, she was low-key kind of having problems with like her man. And I'm not the dude where I'm gonna be like, bro, you should break up with your man, which we're gonna get into who said that. But I was the type of person who was actually defending the guy. Like, I'm that type of person. I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt.
It's like you're a guy's guy.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm gonna defend the dude. Like, I don't care even if I did want your girl. Like, I'm gonna defend you. But yeah. And so then she ended up breaking up with her man, and she told me the same day it happened. And like, she was like, "Damn, I'm talking a little too much." But
right.
She kind of basically like asked me to hang out. And so in my head, I was like, maybe she really want to hang out. Maybe she is kind of into me.
Like, maybe.
And so then, I asked my coworkers, and I was like, what do y'all think? And they was like, bro, like, just ask her to chill outside. So I was like, all right, that's what I did. And I'm not going to lie, I got curved. Kind of, like, it's going to play into the story you're going to see later. So what happened was, I'm not going to say the text, but what happened was I asked her, and in my head, it seemed like she was interested.
Yeah.
You know, it's one of those texts where it's like, it's not bland, but it's like, it just pops out. And so then we're like talking a little bit, and then I go to the workplace. I can't say what it is.
Right.
I was about to say it, but I go to the workplace, do my little thing. And when I'm done doing my, my work or whatever, I come back, and our other coworker, we have to give these people names. What we gonna call him?
Bob.
That's not.
Bob or Sally.
What do you be calling him?
Cap.
Like, Cap. All right, so like Cap, not Captain America, but Cap. Cap. He came up to me and was like, bro, like, you're bold. Like, she said you shot your shot, and I'm not gonna lie. When he said that, it made me kind of feel some type of way, like I really didn't shoot, because like, if I would have shot, you would know. Like, you would know. And so then I left, and then she texted me later that night and was like, never mind, I don't like really want to chill. And I was cool with it, because I was like, all right, yeah, like I agree, because that time at work there was another female that I really just saw, and I was like, bro, like, that's my type. And so,
basically, y'all, so this whole time, we have the blind leading the blind. So, basically, folks out here was really, like, convincing people to do things that are not in their best interest. Meaning, Cap had Sally in her relationship abruptly, which was unbeknownst to, I think, both of us. So it was like, all right, like, skirt, what's going on? Whole time, the reason why people were saying that he was bold was because he, for the first time, beat this man to the punch. So simultaneously, what was going on the whole time was folks was plotting moves, being friendly, you know what I'm saying, just chilling at work, whole time, stab, like Michael Myers, you guys. So like the whole time, she was manipulated, and she was at a vulnerable state, and she got tricked.
No treat.
And it sucks, but it's like, it showed the disloyalty, because it was one of those things where it was like, but at the time we didn't notice though.
Yeah.
This is a disclaimer.
And so like to cap off like this little first incident, like I wasn't like really mad. I was more like frustrated with him, because I started figuring out like, bro, like he's really just saying stuff behind my back that one is not true, or he's like, because he did show some interest in her, because like me and him would talk about it, and like I didn't catch on, but I caught on, but I didn't really catch on, because like
And not to say too much, you guys,
this
but
man's really locked down, to be real. So I was
exactly.
So I was like, you know, like he ain't gonna make a move because it's like
he's in the predicament to where he's really not supposed to be doing what he's doing anyways, you guys. So like that's really where it's kind of like, all right,
yeah, and
give this man a break.
Yeah, and then like I have my own rule where it's like I honestly hate when like people fight over one person, like when two females fight over a dude or when two dudes fight over a female. I just feel like if that person's either being dishonest to you or cheating with another person, you shouldn't be mad at the other person. Like, yeah, you should be mad at that person, but your frustration, your anger shouldn't be subjective to that one person. It should be to both, and mainly your significant other or that person you're talking to, because they have the choice to be loyal or to be dishonest or to be disloyal to you. And I'm not gonna lie, at first I was really mad at him by the way he was clowning and just acting out. And this whole time, like when we was not hanging out, but working together, he would call me a child because I'm like 3 years younger than him. But at the time, he's the one being more childish to me. And so
actions speak louder than words.
And so I'm not gonna lie, like the first couple of days I would see him, I wouldn't talk to him, I would just be like, what's up? That's it. Like I just wasn't showing him any attention. And then I started thinking, I was like, bro, like honestly, I shouldn't be mad at him or be frustrated with him. I should be more frustrated with her because she had the choice to not say anything. And I'm not saying like she shouldn't have said anything, but I'm just saying like it's one of those things where it's like, why did you say anything? Because it don't really make sense.
And it's like words to the wise is like, without saying too much, basically, this individual doesn't even really cherish his own relationship like I thought. So it's kind of one of those things where, you know, you got to observe who you're actually taking advice from, because if that person's not really 100,
or given,
you know what I mean, then you kind of have to pay attention to that, because that person is leading you down the wrong path. And if their situation isn't your situation, you know, and everything was really like peaches and flowers, okay, whatever, but it's not. So it's kind of like, it does go back on her judgment, because it's like, dang, it's like you could have just thought about it for 2 seconds instead of just, you know, agreeing so fast. So. Yeah.
And so like I started thinking, I was like, honestly, I should be like more frustrated with her. So like again, when I would work with her, like I wouldn't I ain't gonna lie, I would like try to avoid that interaction for like a couple of days. Like I would just really go hard and do my work. I can't say what it is, but I was really going hard doing my work, and I just really wouldn't talk to her because one, like, I'm not gonna lie, like I was low-key embarrassed at first, but then like I'm not gonna lie, like it wasn't the end of the world. Like it didn't really hurt because again, like my intentions wasn't to date her at all. And so then it started getting cool where I was like, you know what, I'm gonna just let it go. It's not a big deal. So I forgave them both, but I still not gonna forget it. But I forgave them both, and that's when I started being cool with them, but I started being more selective with what I was saying and what information I was giving out, and being too close, because I started to realize that the people who really out here trying to be your friend and try to get stuff out of you is trying to use you, trying to manipulate you, and try to pretty much hurt you.
Yeah.
That's the first incident out of 2.5. So the second one, it all started with a person coming into our work. It's really hard not to like.
I know.
It's really hard. So a person came into our work, and this female was, let's say, she was pretty interested in me. That it seemed like from one of our other coworkers, you know, spotting it. But she was trying to get my information that she told me, and one day, like she came in here and tried to talk to Cap about me, and so he was just saying stuff like he didn't know like my information, stuff like that, which he don't, because I don't give out all my information to a lot of people. I mean, he does have my Snapchat, but that's it. He doesn't have like my Instagram, which she was trying to get, and so I end up getting her information first, and so I end up requesting to follow her. But honestly, again, I wasn't going to DM her or anything like that, because that's one of those things where it's like, I don't want to be, you know, like everybody else.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's like, I'd rather like follow you, you know, get you on the radar and see where it goes from
Thanks.
there. And so a couple days later, she ended up, you know, sending me a message, DM me, and then we started talking a little bit. And I'm not gonna lie, she left me on red, and I was like, why she leave me on red? And I was like, it's cool, she'll text me later. And so a couple days went by, and so then I ended up texting her, asking her to hang out. I'm not gonna say like the messages because y'all will understand, but yeah. But I ended up asking her to hang out, and she said yeah, and so we ended up hanging out. And then I'm not gonna lie, right when she got into the car, she talking about this man Cap and how like they hung out, and I was like, I'm not gonna lie, I was like, bro, that's a red flag. And then she was telling me like why she was hanging out with him and she was with a friend and some stuff like that. And so then it made more sense, but still was like, yeah, something's up.
Exactly.
And so then once we were like, you know, on the little date and stuff, and we're just chilling and talking, and she was like, your little friend? And I was like, hold up, like he's not my friend. We're just coworkers, you know, we just work together. He's already pretty much burned my hand once. I'm not really like, I'm cool with him, but I'm not that cool with him. And me and him don't hang out. And so she was like, yeah, like I came in one day and I was trying to talk to him. It was the same day you actually texted me. And I was like, hey, like, what's up? Like, is this him? And he was like, yeah, but he was like, he pretty much warned her and was like, yeah, he doesn't know how to talk to females and all he's gonna want is like sex. And one, like, the man don't know me. Like, he's just my coworker, like I said. He doesn't know me outside of work.
Like, y'all ain't even play 2K.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't even know what he wears, like, outside of work. And so, she told me that, and it just baffled me because I was like, this man's really being two-faced. Like, he's in my face, like, cutting up, you know, having fun, and then he's, like, talking bad about my name. And it's like, bro. Character. And it's like I said, like I told you earlier, I would understand if he knew her for a period of time and he was trying to protect her and he like knew or had that vibe about me.
Right.
But he didn't know her. He was just trying to get with her as I already said, like he hung out with her.
It's like ever since the first incident, he's been trying to beat you to the punch.
Yes. And then you like found that information.
Yep.
Pretty much.
And it's like with this information, y'all, it's like, all right, so basically there were some things that went on unbeknownst to me and him, of course. But I'm nosy, so I'm gonna figure stuff out. Like, I don't care. So it was one of those things, y'all, where I was like, dang, like, what is really going on? Because, like, you know, if somebody's in a relationship, you need to be loyal. And if you're not giving that person that, you know, that honesty that, you know, at least you can keep yourself within yourself, then it's kind of like, ugh. So, needless to say, basically, you know, I had seen this person come into our job, and I was like, oh yeah, you know, so I started noticing time frames were starting to match. You know, this man is hair pops person, so I'm like, you know, this is kind of adding up a little too smooth, you know what I'm saying? And so I always tell him, females don't do anything on accident. Like, we do everything on purpose. So it's like, there are no coincidences. So the whole time, I'm like, all right, like, bro, you need to, like, say something. And so one night, me and him were having a conversation, and we were in the parking lot. And so we could see through the windows. Basically, this person asked our coworker a question, and their face went. And so I told him, I said, that's really suspicious. Come to find out.
Wait. Before you come to find out, when we saw that, it like, you know, went through my mind. So I texted him, and I was like, hey man, like, what do you think about so and so? And what's my nickname for her? What would I be calling her?
Fit?
No, that's not what I'm calling her. I call her so many names now. But whatever, we'll find a name for her. Cut that out. But yeah, I was like, bro, like, what do you think about her? And he was like, this bro sent me emojis. Like, he sent me 3 emojis, and I was like, what the crap does that mean?
See no evil.
Like it was like mind blown, like something like that, and like the zipper mouth, and it's like, what does that mean? Like, I guess I should mess with her. And so then he was like, my bad, bro. I was like messed up. But he was like, bro, like shoot your shot. And so, mind you, he has burned my hand once. And I was like, all right, man. So honestly, I still haven't tried to talk to her or anything like that. But, you know, I just feel like that was low-key kind of like a way to set me up to fail. And then you can go into like what you kind of like pretty much found out.
So what I found out is that this person did in fact try to figure out the 411. I cannot reveal my resources. Sorry. But I got a good resource. But yeah, needless to say, same thing happened twice. And so the whole time, this man, 3 times. This man basically tried to chill once again. And this time, full blown rejected. Yeah. And so it was one of those things where it was like, basically, by the time he found out it was a no, we didn't know. But now we do. And we busting folks.
All right, guys. So that wraps up that little story time. Hope y'all liked it. Hope y'all found it entertaining. If y'all like any more story times, I know I have a whole bunch. She has a whole bunch. We can try and relate it to real like celebrities or even real life.
Yes, drop that down in the comments, please.
Go ahead.
And if any of y'all are in the area of where we stay at, pretty much hit us up and join us.
Yes, man.